out of a lack of confidence.
But that's the trick, right?
Yeah.
Is with these kids is to, I don't want to just harp on the Boys and Girls Club all day long, but the trick is to make them, to get them to believe in themselves, but also once they get to that point where they finally have confidence can turn into conceit, like being conceited very fast, right? You can be overly confident. It can happen so quick and you don't even know that you're coming off that way. Right? And so that's a thing. Like, that's just like we go back to the basketball, the kid shooting and you know, he doesn't want to take the shot, but I can obviously see that this kid has potential to have a great shot if he believes in himself and actually steps up to it.
All right, so Tarshawn, how do I find that balance? If what's holding me back is I don't have confidence that I can be great, but now I'm going to gain confidence that I can do that and achieve that, how do I stay grounded and humble in that? How do you maintain that balance?
Can I be transparent?
Please, that I wouldn't want any other. That's why we're here.
Can we get into
authentic?
This?
I'm pretty sure on that YouTube cut we said authentic conversation.
We got the fellas. Can I be transparent, y'all? Please. They saying please. All right, here we go.
Let's hear it.
So, this is crazy. So, okay. So me singing here, you know, at the church.
Yeah.
Just the first time I did that.
Yeah.
I come from a church where like I sing every Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So like, and they know me. So a lot of times in my church, they were just like, it was like, I didn't get any reaction from it at all. That was just a typical Sunday. So coming here, it was like, man, I get a lot of, you know, good jobs. And, you know, that has taken a toll on me. Right? And that's something that,
like, how so?
Not in a good way.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely been something I've had to deal with, you know, and pray about. And actually, in my quiet time in the morning, that's something that I deal with every day here lately, is trying to, because you don't want to get to the point where you're looking for that. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like it that's never happened to me. Like that doesn't happen to me. And it's not that I had to talk to J Ham about it. Like how do you deal with that? Robert, how do you deal with that? Like, how do y'all deal with getting told that so much?
Like praises?
Yeah.
Like some, hey man, yeah.
Yeah, like how do you deal with that, man? Like, and I mean, you just gotta direct it to God. Like, you know, like that's what I've been told. Like, is do that. And I get that. You know, that's okay, sure. Direct it to God. I get that. Talk to, you know, God is good. You know, all that. Like, but ultimately when I leave, it's like you find yourself like, that's not what we here for. Yeah. Like, I had to tell myself that, Tarshawn, that's not what we here for. Yeah. We're not here for that. But sometimes praise, even with me knowing what I'm doing, like when I'm singing to glorify God. That's it. Yeah. That's it. Nothing else. I don't care what anybody else thinks. Yeah. Right? But after that, at the end of the day, like I'm sitting there talking to Robert and it's like 15 people walk up and say, good job. Like, I don't even know what this, thank you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I didn't do this for me. Yeah. Like,
but you know that. So I think you can say thank you.
Yeah.
Look, is it not also glorifying to God for the body to recognize the part of its body that's doing its work, right? Because part of the challenge to church is people finding their fit. Yeah. Right. Like that's it. And I mean, working with college students, we always challenge them like, hey, we want you to learn to love the local church and to find your fit within the local church. Yeah. And everybody has different giftings and talents. And we always tell the students who come do serve night on Wednesday nights, like, hey, if you love to hold babies, we want you to do that. If you don't like holding babies, we don't want you to do that. Right. Yeah. So you want people holding babies that love to hold and are good at it.
Right. I would love to get to the point here where that didn't matter. Not that it didn't. I don't know, because it's a thing to where like I feel like Of course. I mean, I get it. You know, like it's me. You get it? Like I get it, but at the same time, it's like Robert sung too.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
But there are times when Robert or Greg preaching has done something that so inspired me that I felt compelled to text them or tell them.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I think they always do an awesome job.
Yeah.
But there's times where it's like something, for some reason, God just really moved me. And I'm like, look, man, thank you so much for what you said.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I think that's good and right.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, I think that's celebratory of what's happening within its functioning. The pieces are moving in the right way.
And I pray that people don't take what I'm saying and think that I don't take that. You know what I'm saying?
But it's a real,
it's just something that I'm personally dealing with. Like, like I want people to stay them. If they feel like they want to come talk, like that's fine. But that's something I was dealing with because I've never. That's my pride. Like that's what's going on.
And the weird thing about pride is sometimes it can be deceiving.
Yeah.
So one time there was we went to hear this speaker, and we were in college, and a couple of college students went together, and this speaker got up there and had said a handful of times, "Hey, I'm sorry, guys, I'm just not a very good speaker. Hey, I apologize, guys, I'm not a very good speaker." So probably 3 or 4 times. I mean, enough to where it stood out.
Yeah.
And we get in the car, and one of the students said, "Man, that's the most humble speaker I've ever heard." And one of those students in the car said, "Are you kidding me? That's the most prideful dude I've ever heard in my life."
All right.
Now, why do you think he said that? It's like, here's a guy who's claiming good at something.
Okay.
The deceit is his pride is making it about him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not his job to determine whether he's good or bad. It's his job to do what God asked him to do and to be faithful to that task. And you know what? There's affirmations that we get, I mean, along the way. I think people recognizing that in you is signaling to you, hey, Tarshawn, you're on the Spirit of God helping you understand, hey, Tarshawn, you're doing something right.
Okay.
To help the body of Christ.
Right.
Right. So I think you can celebrate that. Right?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's
to your point.
Yeah.
Hey, to your point, did you not just say early on? Now look, we being real.
No, come on.
That it's okay to be great.
You did. I said that.
Now listen to me. If people are great, does that not inspire more than usual praise? Right?
Yeah.
So like when people, I mean, MJ, we talk about all that. I mean, people like, man, that dude, when you see someone do something, just that they're like, I was, went to the martial arts class the other day with some kids, and there was a girl in there. This girl was probably 8 or 9 years old. And I could just see from her movements that she was exceptionally talented at martial arts.
Okay.
And she's probably only been training a year. I asked the coach later, I said, hey, that girl has a natural ability. Like she's moving like I see black belts move. Like her movements were just smooth. They were just, it was like that. That was cool, man. Like that was really neat. Right. So it stands out.
Yeah.
So to your point, part of the struggle is when you do get great, that's tension, right? And I think that's what our listeners, and that's what I'm hearing, and that's okay. You got to that's a thing you got to wrestle with, and you got to stay grounded, but also not be afraid to excel in that which you might be onto something.
All right. But sometimes this podcast is gonna be about me. All right, like I gotta do some self-reflection. Shoot, but that is what it is. But yeah, man, like I definitely have been dealing with that. Like that's not.
And there's 2 responses you could go with that.
Okay.
And that's where I'm saying the pride, and I'm not saying you're there. I'm just big picture here saying that sometimes pride can be deceitful, because part of you, what do you do with that? Well, if you don't handle that properly, you're going to start running from opportunities. You're going to avoid, and I'm not saying you're doing this. I'm saying you generally, like people who get put in this kind of position, they can real easily start to say, well, man, I don't like that. So I need to like say no to those opportunities so that doesn't happen. Well, wait a second. Do we? You know what I'm saying?
The truth of the matter is, being honest, I do like it.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Yeah. You're on the other.
So it wasn't that I don't like it. I love the praises and stuff. But that can get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's best to acknowledge it. Right? Like that's why I've been so out with it. Like I talked to Robert about, I'm talking on the podcast about it. Like I'm not saying like it's something I'm trying to kill. Like it's not like something I'm trying to keep.
And I think that's something that for you, that for you is, you know that better than anybody, right? And if you're being sensitive between you and God about it, you're going to stay on the right. You're going to be in the right way with that, right? I think it's something that if you ignore, then it can start getting in a not a good place. So I think I'm hearing you at a good place. I mean, you're wrestling with it. That's good. That's good. You being honest about it. You're talking about, look, man, we good.
All right, cool. All right, y'all think I'm good? I'm good. So, all right, fellas think I'm good. I'm good.
But I mean, that is sad. And I bring that up just because it is sad that in some instances, not where you are right now, but some people, right, would get in that spot and be like, man, I can't, no, let's grow in our maturity to it's okay to be great. I mean, that's what I think about my kids. I always say, I want to help them explore things they are maybe naturally a little better at, than they would be other things, and to work hard in that said area. Right. And there's going to be some things they're not naturally good at. It doesn't mean they can't get good at it, but it means, when you start, you kind of try something out, you're never good at it in the beginning. But I imagine, when did you first start singing?
I was 6. All
right. The people early on be like, man, Tarshawn got a little voice over here.
I'm going to tell you what had happened. I was I was 6, and I remember the microphone was a gold microphone. Black churches got them crazy microphones. I had a gold microphone. I had a gold small microphone. They gave it to me, and I came out the choir box, and I sat there, and I had on this olive colored button up. It was an olive colored button up, and it had a fuchsia pink tie. I'll never forget it. Never forget it. And
we got a picture of this somewhere.
No, that's burnt. It's gone. Yeah. We got rid of that one.
Because now we on video. We could just,
this is on video. Okay, yeah.
I'm saying if we had that picture, we'd go ahead and throw that up right about now.
No, we ain't doing that. But yeah, I had those khaki pants. I'll never forget it. But I got down there, and I got the singing, and my voice was high. You're a little boy. You got that high voice. And so I'm squeaking everywhere and singing that. And it's just, you can do no wrong at that age. The fact that I was grabbing the microphone, so everybody was like, "Oh, look at, like, good job, baby, go."
Yep.
And so,
when did you first start? Maybe, I think this is relevant to our discussion because you're obviously still singing.
I was scared then too. Yeah.
At what point did you think maybe God's giving me a little gift with this?
That's good, man. I don't know. I think. Honestly, not till high school.
Okay.
We started going to like all state.
Okay.
All regions.
And you recognize, okay.
Now I'm getting recognized in there. I started thinking maybe this is, I'm thinking about football at that time. So now it's like, I'm trying to see what that looks like.
Yeah.
And then I ran into this guy named Lee Zimba at Rogers, and he was 6'8", about 375, going to Auburn University. And he showed me where I was at, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, well, I guess football is not going to be it, and that's okay, But, God blessed me with another talent. And so I was able to, okay, football season, I'm going to let football go.
Yep.
And I'm going to focus on what I know I got a shot at doing something.
There you go. It's awesome. Thank you guys for listening on our YouTube channel. This has just been an excerpt from one of our episodes. Tarshawn, where do they need to go if they want to listen to the whole thing?
Man, you talking about the YouTube? You can go to Spotify. Okay, hold on. You can go to Spotify. You can go to iTunes Music, right?
Yep.
Any
wherever you get your podcast
platforms, all platforms.
That's right.
You can go to all of them.
Thank y'all for listening in. God bless.
Peace.